You know something? This is some serious bullshit, man. But I've had to return back to bronze matches in Mass Effect 3 because some of the stupid decisions BioWare made in this fucking game. The game you're watching is me ending up doing a solo bronze, which I didn't want to do, by the way. I made the game public so that people would join in progress, but I ended up getting nobody to join, so I had to take on the collectors all on my own. Now, later, I'll explain why I did this, and it all makes sense in a few minutes. But, once again, you'll notice my sniping awesomeness. Oh yeah, man, I ain't playing this game. Listen, I couldn't hit a bull's ass with a handful of rice point blank range in Modern Warfare 3, but in this bitch, on host, I get surgical with my shit. So I'm gonna have my moments in this game that shock the shit out of even myself. Like not missing a single shot for an entire round. I believe the first round I don't miss a single shot. And of course later that's gonna be followed up by missing every other shot. But you know what? With the magic of Sony Vegas, I'll edit all that shit out like it never fucking happened and look like a true sniping guy. Now, let me explain something. I enjoy playing gold on Mass Effect 3. I can play platinum, but usually you get stuck with an idiot or two. If you try and play randoms, you end up spending an exorbitant amount of time running around the map avoiding enemies like a baby daddy avoiding a paternity suit. I only play platinum in parties of people I trust. I prefer to always play it in parties, but when they're not available, I will play with randoms on gold. I also refuse to play with the idiots over at the BioWare forums. Not because they don't know how to play, but most of them have their heads shoved so far up their ass that a stream of bullshit comes out of their mouth every time they fucking talk. Oh man, I've said it plenty of times, but the cocksuckers that post on that forum kissing BioWare's ass must have been hatched from an egg or some shit like that. There's no other way to explain how fucking brain dead those assholes really are. So I refuse to be affected by their cunt-tardedness for fear that it'll be some kind of disease that'll spread. Now, the main thing I'm going after are challenges. Since BioWare added all these challenges to the game, a good portion of what I've been doing is grinding out matches to complete some of the challenges. Almost every challenge in the game is literally do this X amount of times. That's it. You just have to get shit like 50,000 points with this magic power, or get 140,000 points with this cheap-ass piece of shit gun, or this badass gun, or this fucktard of a character needs 200 waves or 10 extractions, whatever the fuck it is. None of this shit is too difficult to accomplish over a period of time, and that's why they did it. They did it so that people of all different skill levels can complete most of the challenges. Some of the challenges require you to play gold and platinum, and those are the game modes that I like to play. Some benefit from playing silver, where you need to kill a number of mid-tier enemies that are scarce in gold or platinum games. Whatever it is, they spaced it out so they had to play all kinds of game levels. And then you have to grind challenges. 200 waves with certain characters to earn a fucking banner or an internet cookie. What the fuck, man? Who came up with this fucking bullshit? I'm serious. Who thought of this brilliant idea that 200 waves with one character was a genius way to play this fucking game? That's like the 250 miles of running with lightweight on Modern Warfare 2. You remember that stupid shit? What the fuck, man? It's utterly ridiculous and beyond fucking tedious. Now, by playing the game and playing as a good portion of characters, you're going to finish a shitload of the challenges as you go along. But when you have to focus on a particular challenge, then you realize the daunting task of all the shit that you need to do to complete it, man. So I finished a shitload of everything. I had my 25 platinum extractions. I extracted all the Earth DLC characters, whatever the fuck. I've earned my gun mastery banners. Hell, I've earned them twice. Now, I need to play 200 waves with whatever fucking characters to earn the final banners in my collection. That's 20 games a piece per character. And since I want this shit to go fast, I'm hustling on bronze. Fuck that shit, man. Why on earth am I going to play 20 to 25 minute gold rounds when I can play 12 to 15 minute games on bronze? I don't need the money. I don't need the XP. I got more money in game than that motherfucker who runs Monopoly. So there's no reason for me to go ahead and do all these waves on gold. Fuck that shit, man. I can do this shit a ton quicker on bronze. It makes no sense for me to do this grind on something that's much longer. You know what I'm talking about? I like the challenge system. I do. I'm not going to lie about that shit. That concept that BioWare came up with was great. It came up a little bit late, but whatever the fuck. You're not going to be able to get everything you want. But the bullshit from some of the challenges is just incredibly fucking stupid. This 200 wave grind is really unnecessary. 20 games with one character. It's like a damn eternity. And then the shit that's really fucked up is that it's not just 200 ways with one character to get a banner. Oh no, you have to do in some cases 5 characters or 8 characters or 9 characters. What the fuck, man? Seriously? I believe the hardest challenge is 7 characters have to do 200 waves to get one fucking banner. It's like, are you serious? You really think people want to play that many fucking games? I mean, that's just absurd, man. Now granted, I'm a collectionist, I'm a completionist, So I want to get all these fucking things, but man, it is driving me absolutely crazy that I have to do all these fucking things, man. Now, as you play the game, you're naturally going to use some of the characters, so it's not like you have to do 200 waves in a row. I've used a lot of these characters to do the 200 waves, and I use them playing normally. So when I finally do decide to actually focus on this game, I'm doing maybe 130 waves, or maybe 90 waves, whatever it is. But some characters, I have no choice. I have to grind from the beginning, 200 waves, 20 games. It's fucking bullshit, man. It's tedious as a motherfucker. Now, on top of that, since I'm an asshole, I tend to do asshole things. Now, one of the things I do, which is what I did in this game, is I create a public bronze room and just immediately start the game. Fuck teammates. I get into the room, I get some easy kill points with whatever gun or whatever power I'm working on, and eventually people start to join my games. By not having people join the room immediately, I'm able to get to work on some points without people kill stealing or point whoring the first 3 rounds, whatever the fuck. You know, I don't have to bust my ass running around the map trying to get these easy and cheap kills. And in this game, I got through a couple of challenges. You're going to notice I get through the Widow sniping challenge, hence I put that shit away, and then I start working on the Acolyte because I had to work on those 2 guns. Plus, I was working on 200 ways with the Turian Ghost Infiltrator and trying to get some points in Overload to finish that challenge up. Unfortunately, nobody joined my room. My whole goal was to play this motherfucker, have people join along the way, and no. So I ended up doing this shit solo far longer than I wanted to. See, when people join the games naturally go quicker. They're all able to kill whatever's around the fucking map. The rounds go quicker. However, motherfuckers steal my points, cock blocking me from getting certain challenges done quicker. So that's why I like them joining later in the game. Help me with the tedious shit, help me with the objectives, and allow me to get some revive points because these fucking morons are always gonna die, whatever the fuck. I can get some assist points whenever they steal my kills, and it's a perfect harmony of XP and grinding out ways for challenge. But the risk you run is that nobody joins your room and you end up having to roll solo like I did. Now, I did all my solo challenges already. Fuck that shit. I'm not a fan of running around a map, having everything shoot me all game long. I don't fucking like it. I like when enemies shoot at my teammates. You know, I get tired of being shot across the map for bullshit, man, so I don't mind when my teammates get shot across the map for bullshit. Then I can go revive that dumbass and shit. But starting the game alone is the easiest way I'm able to get some challenges and shit done. And the funny thing is, as you see at the end of some of these rounds, you see me with, like, you know, 3 times the amount of points of the entire team. Or what I'll do is I'll put on equipment so that when people join the game, they don't have equipment. So I'm already max level. I'm already got a huge advantage when it comes to firepower and shit like that. And they join the game, they ain't got shit. So even then, I'm able to steal some more kills before they do. So that's why I like to start the games before anybody joins, play the games, get some points on whatever the fuck it is I'm working on, and then let the motherfuckers join. Then they could get their fucking points. That's how I've been playing these bronze games, so that way people don't see in the beginning of the lobby, like, oh, this motherfucker's ranked really high. Why is he playing this shit? You know, that's why I do it. So those wonder why I ended up solo, now you know. Now, I recognize that BioWare had some limitations as to what you could do when they put in this challenge system, because after all, it is a fucking co-op game. You know, it's not like Call of Duty where we had, like, you know, 500 kills with the UMP or get 1,000 kills with an AC-130. You know, it's nothing like that. But this 200 wave shit was a bit absurd, especially when you consider that some of those banners, like I said, required multiple characters to hit 200 waves. I mean, holy shit, man. I mean, this guy, the Turian Ghost, he's part of the council characters, whatever the fuck, and I had to complete 12 challenges for this shit. 5 were guns and power, so that was okay. But 7 characters had to do 200 fucking waves. That's just cruel, man. 140 games. Think about that. If you multiply 140 games by an average of, say, 15 minutes, I'm no fucking math major, but we're talking in upwards of 35 hours for this shit. I mean, really. I mean, you guys can count that shit on your fingers, get a calculator, an abacus, I don't give a shit, but you could do the math on this shit and realize it's a long fucking time. Think about that, man. Those people that spend time grinding challenges spent 35 hours to do 1 challenge for 1 banner. Holy shit, that's a lot of time, and eventually I'm going to be one of those people, so that gives you an idea of the time investment we're talking about here. I know that BioWare was trying to keep interest during the onslaught of popular games that came out. You know what I'm talking about, Assassin's Creed, Black Ops 2, Halo 4, whatever the fuck came out. But these tedious tasks do not equal game time. I mean, new content is what equals game time, not mind-numbingly annoying tasks in a 9-month-old game. If you want people to keep playing your game, you roll out new content. That's what gets people to play the motherfucker. They just rolled out that single-player DLC, the Omega Pack or whatever the fuck it is. That's what gets people to come back. That's what people want. They don't want to run around for 200 fucking ways, man. Holy fucking shit. But anyway, man, I'm going to continue grinding out these bronze level games to complete this challenge, whatever the fuck. I don't really give a shit. I want to complete everything. That's just the way I am. But once this is done, Once I get all my banners, once I get that best of the best banner, which is the final one that I need to get, I'm probably just going to start migrating to other games just to break up the board. I'm still going to play this, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to be playing Mass Effect, especially because I want to do the weekends to unlock all my goodies and shit like that. But eventually, I'm going to have to throw in some other games because I'm going to be getting bored to death playing this shit. I need something to break up the monotony. So after I finish that challenge, who knows what I'm going to go back to. Uncharted 3 has been calling me for a year and a half by now, so eventually I have to go back and play that shit. I still have my 2 Assassin's Creed games, so I got to play those. Need for Speed, you name it. There's something on my shelf that I haven't played that I have to go back to. So eventually, I'm going to start breaking it up and throwing on some other shit in my console. But anyway, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And for those of you wondering why I'm playing bronze, now you know up in this motherfucker.